Work-life balance is something we all strive for, but what does it really mean? For some of us, it's about finding harmony. That is, feeling accomplished at work and yet having enough time and energy to spend time with individuals we love, doing the things we enjoy. What work-life balance looks like now will change over time. You see, each phase of your career, you'll have different sorts of obligations and interests over time. So your interests and activities will change over time. First, getting out of school, you'll be building relationships, perhaps buying a house, maybe getting engaged, having children, expanding your family, and possibly even extending into community involvement. First thing we want to consider is what is your work-life balance? Define that for you, right? So some things to consider are, do you feel balanced when you leave work at the office, or do you prefer blending personal time and professional time? What non-negotiables do you feel you have in order for you to be fulfilled? Things like time for work at work and time for exercise, prayer, spending time with the loved ones, meditation, self-travel, whatever self-care activities that you want to do. For some individuals, work-life balance might mean having predictable hours in which you have equal amount of time for the evening throughout the week, or perhaps even looking at some flexible job schedules in which maybe you work longer days in the hope of having one day off during the week. So you want to think about what is important to you and jot down 3 things about work-life balance that you find valuable for yourself. So we also need to build resiliency. We teach people to be resilient, to do strength training, to build health into their life, but we also want to think about building resiliency in our lives. We want to be mentally prepared for life's challenges. You see, as time goes on, you're going to have different sorts of stresses and challenges in your life, even positive stresses like home ownership, growing a family, developing a wider range of relationships, getting involved in community activities, and if you have children, attending to their needs. Those are great things to experience, but it's also going to feel like things are condensed and you don't have as much free time for you. We need to be mentally prepared for those and understand that despite those changes, which are good, things are going to feel different in your day-to-day life. There's going to be more in your life that you want to satisfy. So during those times, we want to feel like work isn't necessarily the burden and the problem, that work can be actually a source of inspiration and predictability. In the end, we want work to feel like it fulfills us, allows us to earn an income, allows us to develop ourselves professionally, allows us to give back to the community by serving people at a high level. That's one of the things that and most likely the reason you chose the profession, is because you want to help people. So that positive feeling actually helps you in your personal life because it supports that. So what are some signs of your work-life balance being out of whack? Well, you certainly might have more stress or fatigue, difficulty getting out of bed. You might feel like, I'm neglecting relationships or friends, don't feel like doing the same things you'd like to do on a regular basis, or you generally feel unmotivated, perhaps even at home and at work. When that occurs, it's a great time for self-reflection, a time to not neglect self-care activities, but a time to actually boost those up. So what are self-care activities that you rely on for managing stress? Those same sort of things you can use here, whether it's exercising, talking to a friend, journaling, prayer, meditation, learning something, reading a book, or maybe even scheduling time away to help recharge your batteries, right? That's something that you can do to help build in more resiliency. So you want to, over time, regularly assess your workload and priorities. They will change over time. And when things feel off, don't be afraid to communicate that to both individuals in your personal life that you know, but also to your supervisor and your employer, so you can see what they can do in each of those domains to make your life feel a bit more in balance, or reflect back onto you what's going on to give you some advice and input. So again, your career can provide that opportunity for stability. That work can be an area of fulfillment, and work can be stressful as you're learning new things or there's changes going through there. but also we want to recognize that life changes can also influence how we feel about work. We're all trying to work towards work-life synergy or harmony. So what you want to do is think about your life going forward, 5-10 years from now. Think about what things might be in your life. Expanded relationships, growing family, growing involvement in the community, volunteer opportunities, that sort of thing, right? So your plan for work-life balance will need to be flexible to include those sort of things. Keep in mind that work-life balance is a moving target that centers on lots of self-discovery, changing that idea of what work-life balance is over time to demand other activities to allow you to enjoy a more wider range of things will help you to prepare for those sort of things, right? And then you want to be able to communicate those needs, those changes to someone, either journaling or reflect them back to someone you know and trust. So, right now, take 10 minutes and jot down 2 or 3 things that support work-life balance in your mind right now. And talk through those with a friend, a mentor, or one of your supervisors or your clinical instructors. In regards to work-life balance, keep in mind that regardless of where you are at in your job search, if you're just starting out looking for your ideal clinical position, canvassing for job opportunities, or entertaining active offers, or even if you already accepted a job, reach out to me. I'd be happy to support you on your journey. Feel free to reach out to me at Eric, E-R-I-C, at pacptot.com, Eric, E-R-I-C, at pacptot.com, or text me at 920-289-8564. I'd be happy to be of some assistance to you in helping you get to the next step. If you're watching this video, you'll be receiving a text with a link to valuable resources to help supplement this discussion. I look forward to the next session.